Hello everyone, I'm Kathy Dixon and I'm here with Facebook Live from Action Potential today. I'm in Kennett Square for a while. This is where I'll be. So I didn't prepare today as in far as clothes for Facebook Live. So we're going to take it easy, not a lot of heart pumping and sweating is going to happen, but I promise you we're going to work out your core and we're going to talk about how to do an overhead surrender. So to start out, I do want to just start with 10 squats to get the hips loose. And then I don't know about you, but on a Monday, I need to really do a little bit of twisting in my spine. So we're going to go down and do the rib pull. So we're just letting our hips go back. We're riding our heels down to the floor, keeping our core engaged and our belly tight. Notice my knees were straight over my toes. And now from the side position, my hips are driving back, just loosening up our hips a little bit. Keep going. We're going to end on our feet today. So we're going to kind of start up, do our stuff lying down, and then end back on our feet. Maybe our knees too. All right, now we're just going to do a little step out squat. So feet together, we're just going to step out, squat, back up and together, the opposite side. I tried to pitch the camera today so that Nate wasn't awkwardly sitting in the background. That's computer with bad posture. So out and down. Next time Nate's going to work out with me on next Monday because he also did not prepare and bring workout clothes today. One more squat to each side. Great. Okay, so now we're going to lie down on the floor. We're going to do our twisting stretch to start. So that's where we pull the top knee up. Hold it down with our bottom hand, legs either straight with the body, hand on the rib, or we're going to grab the foot, inhale, exhale, rotate that top shoulder back, keeping the front knee down. We're just holding this stretch for about 30 seconds. I just kind of rolled out of bed today, and I felt like my spine was a bit tight. So before we do any lifting or core strengthening, you just want to loosen up that spine. 10 more seconds here, inhale. Exhale, let the shoulders sink down and relax. Good. Unrotate, and then we'll go to the other side. So Nate and I have money on how much sweat is going to be visible through my clothes by the time we're done here today. So top knees up, bottom hands down on that knee. Either grab your foot or leg straight. Inhale. Exhale, rotate that top shoulder back, keeping the front knee down. Inhaling and exhaling. Just trying to relax into the stretch. Remember, your neck goes along for the ride. You're not straining or over twisting your neck. I'm going to feel a pull in my bottom thigh if I'm grabbing my foot here. And I'm just inhaling and exhaling. This is how we should start every day. Even though it's 2 p.m., so hopefully most of you have started your day already. All right, we're going to unrotate. Good. Nate's actually laughing at my jokes. This is pretty funny. I've been cracking jokes all this time, but I've been by myself in my house, so it's fun to hear somebody laugh at them, kind of.
You have a captive audience.
All right, so now we're going to go to our dead bugs and our bridges. Remember, I said I didn't want to sweat a lot today, but we're still going to work the core. So for my first ab one-up, we're going to do the arm press. I'm actually going to grab a kettlebell today. So if you have a dumbbell, you can hold it on either side and press up. We only have 5, so I'm going to go with the 10-pound kettlebell instead, because that's what I've been using. So I'm going to press up, let my ball and sockets and my shoulders rest on the floor. I'm going to inhale, exhale, drop my ribs, belly's tight. I'm going to lift one leg up, then the other, reset my belly if I need to, dropping the ribs, and then we're going to go ahead and extend and tap the legs. Remember, if this is too hard for you with both legs up, you can start with both feet down and just alternately march, okay? The name of the game here is don't let your back arch or rock off the floor. All right, so we're trying to keep from my shoulders to my hips nice and still and grounded to the floor. The knees are moving towards the same side shoulder, not towards my chin. That's how I prevent that cramping. My elbows are straight, and I'm pushing from that armpit muscle. We're going to do 3 more on each leg, so that's 1 and 1, belly is nice and tight here. It's starting to quiver under that belly button. Last one here, 3 and 3. Okay, legs down. Let's go into our bridges. I think today I'm going to do the single leg with the skull crusher. So for your bridge, you can either do arms or no arms. Knees are open and straight up to the ceiling, driving your hips up in the air and lowering back down, making sure that your spine stays straight as you lift, driving through the heels and lowering. So up at the top, if you want to incorporate the arms, we're going to press the weight up to the ceiling. The arms are going to bend right at the elbows. The weight moves toward your head, and then you press back up. So from here, we're just going to bridge, bend, and press, and lower back down. Making sure that my knees stay open so that they're pointing straight up to the ceiling. My neck is relaxed if I'm holding the weight. When I'm up in my bridge, I should feel my butt and my belly fire from both sides. And I said I was going to do single leg and then live. If you want, you can go to a single leg bridge. Just don't feel like I have the balance today. And down. So again, we're driving and pressing. 2 more here. So it's funny, these were the exercises in the beginning. 1 more for good luck. And now they're just our warm-ups. And down. Okay, so now into our planks. So here's where we might get a little bit more of our heart pumping. We're going to do plank jacks. We do about 10 of those. And then we're going to do 5 push-ups, whether you want them to be in a full plank or on your knees. And then we're going to do that knee in, knee crunch, leg out, leg out. So, and then we're going to end with 5 more push-ups. All right, so we've got a little series here in our plank position. So just a little mind jogger here. We go into our plank. The jumping jacks are either going to be hop out, hop in, or you can do 1 leg out and back in, 1 leg out and back in. Then we're going to do our push-ups. The tricep push-up, remember the elbows come right alongside your trunk, and then you push forward. Our elbows aren't out at the side, it's relaxed. And then the knee-in crunch is what I did last Thursday. You go back into your plank. I'm going to bring 1 knee in. The other knee is going to come in and crunch, and then kick back out and back out. Okay, I'll demonstrate with the other leg. So this time I'm going to bring my far leg in, a knee to chest, and then I'm going to crunch my leg closest to the camera and kick it back out, and then step back out with the other one. So it's like a modified mountain climber. So let's go through those. We're going to do 10 jacks, 5 push-ups, 10 knee-in crunches. I'm going to just do 5 on 1 leg, 5 on 1 leg, and then back to 5 more push-ups. All right? So we're going to find our tabletop position. We're going to set our shoulder blades, tailbones up in the air. I'm going to step 1 foot back into my plank, and then step my other foot back. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing them on my knees. Now we're going to do 5 push-ups. Make sure you get a nice straight line for your body. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, if you can only go halfway down, it's better than cheating. And now we're going to hop back up into our plank. I'm going to bring my right knee in first. Left knee crunches and goes back out. Here we go. Right and go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. So now I'm going to bring my left leg in first. Right knee's going to crunch and back out. 2. Make sure to keep your body nice and flat. 3, 4, 5. Good. We're going to come and do 5 push-ups. So let's step back into your plank. Maybe I'll try 2 and then 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And to finish here, let's go back into our tabletop. Find a nice flat upper back, a nice flat lower back. Tuck your toes. We're going to do the bear crawl lift and holds. So we're just going to lift those knees off the ground, belly tight. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. And then we're going to do one for 10 seconds. So we're in our tabletop, our shoulder blades are set, toes are tucked, belly's tight, we're lifting. 10, 9, 8. You want to focus on that muscle from your armpit through the heel of your hands. Belly's tight to support that spine in a straight position. 3, 2, 1. And knees down. Okay. So now we're going to go up into standing. And we're going to do the alternating legs where we do that lunge or drop back into a lunge. So just to show you, if you want, you can hold a dumbbell in each hand, or you can hold your dumbbell or kettlebell right in front. Okay, but what we're going to do with the legs is we're going to take that big step back. We're going to drop straight down into a lunge position, up tall and step together. Switch legs, I'm going to step straight back, drop down into that lunge position, stand up tall and step together. Notice my front knee is staying nice and straight over my toes. It's not turning inward as I lift and lower, except there's a little balance bobble. And I'm keeping my belly nice and tight to control my body from my hips to my shoulders. So from the side, it's a big step back, a drop straight down, tall and together, a big step back, drop straight down, tall and together. So keep going here. We're going to do about 6 more. It's kind of our warm-up for the overhead surrender. And what's an overhead surrender? It's just literally putting your arms over your head and saying, COVID-19, go away. I surrender, leave. Okay, one more on each side. My belly's tight here. My shoulder blades are set and engaged. We're good. Okay, so it wouldn't be a good PT if I didn't talk to you about your shoulder position when you do things overhead. I actually tend to avoid doing a lot of exercises or lifting overhead myself because I have a hard time keeping my upper traps off. When I lift overhead, I don't want to scrunch my neck and bring my shoulder up to my ear, okay? I want to set those shoulder blades flat on the back of my rib cage, and I want to reach that arm straight up in the air, so my elbow's straight, my ribs stay down. I don't back bend to get my arm next to my ear. Okay, I keep my ribs down, shoulder blades set, and I let my shoulder do the extension. Ideally, I want to see this humerus or upper arm or bicep in line with my ear, okay? If it's out here in front of your nose, most likely you shouldn't be holding weight and doing things overhead, because what's holding your arm up is going to be your upper trap, and you're going to get a lot of neck strain. So if you're going to do anything overhead, you have to keep those arms in that touchdown position, tight to your ears, and your neck and shoulder blades relaxed down. Okay, if you can't get in this position, you're going to stay in this front rack position, where you keep your hands in front. So a similar idea, shoulder blades are together, still activating that upper core. My rib cage is down, I'm not bending backwards, and I can still get the benefits of holding that weight. If you want to do a press overhead, you can either hold your dumbbell in both hands and press overhead here. Again, I'm thinking of lifting from the armpit through the elbow, through the weight, just like we do in everything else. Or you can hold here. Or if you have a kettlebell, you can kind of grab it by the horns and take that up overhead if you'd like. Okay, these are a lot harder than they look. For the lower body, what you're going to do is we're just literally going down on one knee, down to both knees, back up, and back up. All right, I can see myself in the camera, so I have a good mirror, so I can kind of watch my knee position, my trunk position, as I'm moving myself through the different leg supports. Okay, so we're going to pick a leg, and we're going to do 5 on one leg, and then we'll stop and do 5 on the other leg. I'm a big fan of holding one weight. It keeps my arms together, so my left can help my right can help my left. So we're going to start in the press position overhead. I'm going to exhale, drop my ribs, belly's tight. I'm going back, just kind of like our drop lunge, then to kneeling, then up and up. Here I have to keep my lower belly engaged. I have to keep my upper core engaged. I think I switched my legs at some point. That's okay. Going through, one more on this arm. If you have to relax and bring your arms down, remember that's okay. I'd rather see you work here and not have neck pain as a result than try to do overhead and have a problem. All right, so whatever leg you went back with first, so I went back with my left. Now you're gonna go back with the opposite. So I'm gonna go back with my right, press overhead, double check my ribs are down, my belly's engaged, and away we go. I did the wrong leg. No idea. As I watch myself on the camera here, I'd like to see my foot not do that funny twist thing. And I'm still pressing through my arms. Belly's nice and tight. Ribs are closed. One more through here. And back down. So again, the take home here with the overhead surrender is if you're gonna do things overhead, especially if you're gonna do weighted things overhead, I would say just make sure you can get in the right position. And if you can't, you can always come back into that front grip and still get something out of the exercise. All right, so we have a couple minutes left. I figured we could end with a stretch since I needed a stretch to start. So let's just go back into that child's pose position. We round our back, let our arms reach out in front. We'll just hold here, kind of stretching out my hips. If your range of motion is just here, go down to your elbows, that's fine too. You're still getting a stretch. So I'm holding that child's pose, head to the floor. Now I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to kind of drop into that, I don't know, whatever they call this in yoga. I call it back extension. But my feet are relaxed, my hips are heavy to the floor, I'm lifting my chest, opening up between my ears and my shoulders, not scrunching. Good, now we're going to tuck our toes, we're going to go into tabletop, and then into plank, okay? And we're just going to step our feet in, come into a leg stretch here, and then always finish with a back bend. All right, thanks for joining me today with Facebook Live, Beat the Board, exercises for your back and core, live from Action Potential. Just to let you guys know, if you're starting to feel the stress and strain of being quarantined and being less active at home, Action Potential is offering free screens to assess your status and provide tips for preventing pain, managing pain, or helping you triage maybe where's the right place for you to go. So if you need any help or you're more interested in more information, you can call us at Action Potential or you can visit our website. So thanks, and I'll see you on Thursday with some more exercises for your core.